everyone's watching this series, The Last Dance, Dennis. And, you know, I've followed basketball a long time. I love the sport. So I'm very aware of how great that team was. Many new people are coming to Michael Jordan, to you, to Scottie Pippen, and these great characters that made this team so phenomenal. What's it been like for you, Dennis, to see that period of your life now playing out again to the whole world?
Well, that's amazing. Thank you, Piers, for having me on your show again. It's amazing the fact that it's the 21st century. It's a new generation, as you know. These kids didn't even know anything about Michael Jordan until the last 8 weeks. I think it's generated Michael Jordan to a new era as far as the public. And the youth today is like, wow, we never knew anyone can do that. All they knew is that the players today, how they play today is very freelance, you know, they shoot threes and stuff like that. But Michael and Scottie, they revolutionized the whole game back in the 90s. And you see Michael Jordan flying through there, you see Scottie Pippen flying through there, you see me doing the splits with the rebounds and doing all the character things I do, like dating famous people, doing all the wild stuff, doing dress up in drag and stuff like that. They didn't know anything about that, you know, in this day and age, as far as athletes.
And one of the great things I love about the series, in terms of you and your role, is that the coach, Phil Jackson, is one of the all-time great coaches, but he gave you plenty of license, didn't he, to go and be Dennis Rodman, to do your thing. If you disappeared to Vegas for a bit, he understood that part of your DNA was to be a bit of a naughty boy.
It was amazing. You see the documentary, I think you saw Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson. I went to them, I said, you know what? I need to take a break because I need to go to Vegas. They said, you need to go to Vegas? I said, yes, I need to go to Vegas like for a weekend. You know, I get my mind right. You know, even though I didn't need that, but I just want to get that. And Phil Jackson said, let him go. Let him go. Michael said, if anyone needs a vacation, I do. I was like, Michael said, okay, go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead, Dennis. And they said, we're going to give you 48 hours. Of course, I didn't take 48 hours. I took like 4 days. You know.
You did, but you know what, Dennis? You came back and it definitely worked for you. And that is about man management by Phil Jackson and an understanding by your colleagues, the guys that you were playing with, that you needed a bit of release like that. Let me ask you about Michael Jordan. You know, I was aware that he's the greatest basketball player I think that's ever lived. But he was more than that. He was an iconic figure in America, wasn't he? And I think what struck me most, there was a really powerful moment where he gets quite upset, emotional, when it's suggested to him by someone he used to play with that he was a bit of a bully and that he could be unpleasant to play with. And he responded by saying, if you want to be the best, if you want to be world beaters, as the Bulls were, you've got to demand the highest level from everyone around you. What is your view of that debate, Dennis? And what impact did playing with Michael Jordan and that ruthless will to win that he had have on you?
Well, he didn't really pull that on me because I've already had that will to win because I came from winners from Detroit, San Antonio. And when I got there, it's more like I was a missing piece to that. I think the players in the first three-peat were a little upset because they thought Michael was really throwing them on the bus. You know, like, okay, great. You know, you guys wasn't doing what I want you guys to do. Okay, great. I'm the greatest. You know, I'm determined to win no matter what. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do. The next thing you know, when Michael started to talk about his old teammates and the teammates that I played with, I think it hit a sense of accord with them because I think mentally, I don't think they were strong enough to handle that because Phil Jackson's more like a laid-back coach. Laid-back coach, okay, go out there and do it, guys. Go out there and win. Go out there and win. Mike was more like, hey, man, we ain't going to win. Screw you. You know, God, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go do it. Watch me be famous. Watch me be famous. For me, I didn't care because I was already famous. You know, I didn't need Michael Jordan to make me.
What made Jordan the best, do you think?
I think it's determination. He just wanted to win so bad. I mean, no matter what it is, it can be the tossing pennies against the wall. It can be, okay, great, who can sweep the fastest? It didn't matter. Spinning the bottle. Okay, my bottle stopped more fast than yours. Okay, it didn't matter. He just.
Do you know what? I used to have that, Dennis. When I did Britain's Got Talent with Simon Cowell, we would literally have bets on spiders going up a window pane.
Oh, my goodness,
we were
really?
that competitive. So I completely get that. But I think that Jordan transcended basketball, though, didn't he? He became bigger than the sport in a way.
I think he was beyond his years of transcending. You know, I transcended in a different way off the court. He transcended as far as like today's game. And everyone wants to be like, I hate to say the cliche, everyone want to be like Mike. And, you know, I think...
Do you all hang out, you guys?
I was going to say, are you still friends? And has the documentary, because you know, it must be so weird for you to watch the documentary. This is your life, your career. When you reflect on it, have you been on the phone to each other saying, I can't believe, I remember when you did that, I remember when you said that? Have you had those conversations?
You know, I talk to Mike every time I go to, down to Florida. And the sad thing about it, Piers, I want you guys, Cindy, right? Cynthia's, that's your name, Cindy, right? Hello? Is anybody there?
We couldn't quite hear you there. Sorry,
the sound is a little bit tricky. Just say that again.
Okay, so anyway, it's not weird to see myself as far as a documentary, but if you look at the documentary, it's pretty much, it showed two people, Michael and Dennis. Michael and Dennis. It's a Michael Dennis show. Michael doing his thing on the basketball court. I'm doing my thing on the basketball court. I'm doing my thing off the basketball court. As far as Michael doing his thing, Michael loves to play golf, cars, you name it. I mean, this is for a game before practice. He does all this before practice and then come out there and kick your butt, pretty much.
But do you hang out together now, you guys, Scottie Pippen and Michael and you? Do you get together?
Yeah, me and Michael hang out a lot. You know, when I see him in Florida, or I see him in New York, or I see him in California. Yeah, we hang out all the time. And when I see Scotty, we hang out too. And it's amazing though. We actually do the triangle when we see each other. We all together, we'll sit in a triangle like we're playing basketball. We really don't talk to each other. We just look at each other pretty much.
Fantastic. I love that. I want to hang out with you guys. If I come over, and can I hang with you and Michael Jordan?
No, because
Scottie
that makes
Pippen?
it a square, not a triangle.
Can you make it a square and just add me in?
But you got to be the coach, though. You have to be the coach. Say, Michael, can you talk to Scotty? Scotty, can you talk to Dennis? Dennis, can you talk to Piers?
Okay, good. I'm going to be the Phil Jackson. Dennis, I could talk to you all day about this. I'd love this series was the greatest thing, honestly, I've ever watched of any sporting documentary. You're one of the stars of it. You're one of the great characters. One last question before we let you go. Last time we spoke to you, your friends bizarrely with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, been lots of rumours about his health. Do you know how he is?
Well, I can say this, Piers. You know, I do have communication with North Korea, but I can say this though: if you see his sister on TV running the country, now you know something is wrong.
Right.
Okay. You see his sister running the country, now you know something is wrong. That's the answer we give you. And I'm going to say something else to you, Piers. Remember when she went to South Korea before he did? Remember that day?
Yeah.
Remember that day you were there before he did? And then he went after that. He went over there after that. So it's like, okay, great. I'm not going to say if he's here or if he's not here, but I'm saying if you see his sister running the country because she's next in line. She's next in line to take over. So
yeah, I think you make a good point there, Dennis. It is very strange. We've seen hardly anything of Kim Jong-un.
He'd had surgery, hadn't he? And then there were rumours about what might have happened to him.
Dennis, great to see you. I can't wait to get that square going with me, you, Scotty and MJ.